The big Gujarat election is here. Gujarat has begun voting today. I'm Barkha Dutt. You're with the Mojo Story. On the program today, we look at the three-way contest and whether it means advantage BJP. Remember, the Prime Minister is leading the battle for the BJP on the ground. He is, as we speak, undertaking a massive roadshow. And remember, Modi, in many ways, is quite literally the message. And, well, at least for many years now, no other factor has actually had an impact in Gujarat. But this time it is a three-way contest, and the Aam Aadmi Party is really hoping to make a difference. Arvind Kejriwal, in an interview to Mojo Story, said, Congress to khatam ho gayi hai. He also said it's the BJP that would prefer a Congress as an opposition rather than the Aam Aadmi Party. We'll be looking at the political dynamics as they're unfolding in Gujarat and also their national consequences. This is on a day when actor Swara Bhaskar joined Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra. Remember, the Yatra has not gone through Gujarat. Is that a sign that the Congress is in some ways not really looking forward to much in Gujarat? Looking at this fascinating three-way contest in Gujarat, let's introduce our panel on the program today. Joining us is political analyst and researcher Kartikeya. Batra, Saba Naqvi is with us. She spent a lot of time in Gujarat recently and has described at least the Congress to be dispirited. We'll ask her more about that in a moment from now. Also joining us is senior leader of the BJP, Gopal Krishna Agarwal. Namaskar and good to see you, Gopal ji. Also joining us from Gujarat is a senior journalist with his ear to the ground, Jagdish Mehta, the chief editor of Saurashtra Headline. And also joining us, the ever optimistic Tehseen, Poonawalla, Congress supporter and political analyst. It's good to see all of you. I want to start straight away by playing out for you a clip of the Prime Minister's speech. The Prime Minister has responded to Mallikarjun Kharge, describing him as a Ravan-like figure present in every election, saying that there's a competition on who can abuse him more. And he says he's been called many things, a Rakshas, likened to Hitler, and even a cockroach. Listen in.
એટલે કોંગ્રેસના આલા કમાને આદરણીય ખડગેજીને અહીંયા મોકલ્યા. કોંગ્રેસ પાર્ટીના નવા પ્રમુખ છે એમને મોકલ્યા. અને ખડગેજીને હું ઓળખું છું, એમનો ખૂબ આદર કરું છું, એમનું સન્માન કરું છું. પણ ખડગેજીને તો એ જ બોલવું પડે જે એમને ત્યાંથી ભણાઈને મોકલ્યા હોય. અને કોંગ્રેસ પાર્ટી એને ખબર નથી કે આ રામ ભક્તોનું ગુજરાત છે. હવે તમે મને કહો, રામ ભક્તોના ધરતી પર રામ ભક્તોની સામે એમના પાસે બોલાવડાવવામાં આવ્યું કે તમે મોદીને 100 માથાવાળો રાવણ કહો. બોલો. મને લાગે છે કે કોંગ્રેસ પાર્ટી મોદીને ગાળો દેવી, આ દેશના પ્રધાનમંત્રીને અપમાનિત કરવા, એને નીચા દેખાડવા, એને એ પોતાનો અધિકાર સમજે છે.
The Congress thinks it's their right to insult the Prime Minister of India by likening him to Ravan with many heads. This has set the tone for the Gujarat elections. As I said, it's a three-way contest, but all surveys say that the BJP could be heading for its biggest victory ever. Before I get the political voices, Saba, you've been on the ground. You called the Congress dispirited. You said the Aam Aadmi Party has a certain amount of energy and enthusiasm. Arvind Kejriwal, in an interview to me, says he believes his party has a fighting chance of actually forming the government. I'm not sure that is an assessment that pundits would agree with at all. What do you think, Saba? And you're on mute, Saba. You need to unmute yourself, please.
I've been writing about Gujarat since September because I've covered so many elections over there. There has never been any debate that the BJP will form the government. Number two, when I went there, you have energetic leaders like Jignesh Mevani. You have an Adivasi leader in the Adivasi belt, but you have
Anand
Patel. You have a completely dispirited Congress structure. And look, this election is the question about AAP is there's a lot of interest, but you say ideas have wings, but you need to land on the ground. That is not clear whether AAP can land on the ground. There is curiosity, there is interest, definitely. But my guess is, and the BJP's challenge has been right through it, is to get people to vote. when people see no hope of change, and they wanted such, a section of them wanted such, when there is no energy. It was a dull election in Gujarat compared to the last one, where the Hardik Patel led Patidar agitation made it an electrifying contest. Even 2012 had more natural energy to it. 2007. Every time there is a contest, and then somehow the Congress just sort of falls back. This time, not only is there no Hardik Patel, Ahmed Patel has passed away. He was the one who financed everyone's campaigns. Jignesh Mevani is doing crowdfunding in his seat. So it's not as if the Congress doesn't have young leaders who are ideologically working on the ground, who want to bring about social changes. They have all that. They don't have the resources. For the Bharatiya Janata Party, it has always been a challenge of the margins of victory, getting a voter out into the polling station, and that's what it's all been about. This whole Ravan episode, and it's like walking into a BJP trap. Now, what is very interesting, if I just give me 2 minutes and I'll wind this up, is that it is the Congress historically, since Sonia Gandhi said "Maut ka Saudagar," and then Manish Shankar Iyer used phrases which nobody should use about another human being. If you have any caste consciousness, he used that, about certain things. He did that. It's walking into a trap. But what is interesting here, Barkha, is that the AAP has said a lot of things. They are not making that into a big issue. You should hear what Arvind Kejriwal says about everyone, the kind of people that they are. I can't remember it right now or recall.
But I have to say, when I was interviewing Arvind Kejriwal, and it was just yesterday, he actually said that the Congress's reference to the Prime Minister and likening him to Ravan spoke to a kind of collusion between the BJP and the Congress ki inki setting hai. And I want to actually go to Gopal ji, but I'll just play out just a 30-second clip of what Arvind Kejriwal said. I'm making the allegation that the BJP would much rather have the Congress as an opposition, weakened, irrelevant, redundant, dispirited, rather than the AAP. Listen.
But are you upset that the Congress is fighting? वो अपना ही कोई अकेले, वो कहते हैं ना एकला चलो, वो अपने ही रास्ते में है.
कांग्रेस तो बची नहीं है.
गुजरात
बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है. एक तरफ बीजेपी कहती है कि हमने कांग्रेस मुक्त भारत कर दिया, अब कांग्रेस नहीं है, और गुजरात चुनाव में कहती है नहीं नहीं कांग्रेस है, कांग्रेस है. कांग्रेस को जिंदा रखने के लिए बीजेपी पूरी कोशिश कर रही है.
Gopal ji, I want to bring you in here. I've often asked leaders from Gujarat of your party, who do you regard as the main opposition? Is it the AAP or the Congress? And all of them say Congress. हमारे लिए आम आदमी पार्टी तो कुछ नहीं है. This has given Arvind Kejriwal an opportunity to say कि ये लोग तो हमसे डरते हैं. On a day when the Prime Minister is leading a roadshow, leading your party's battle from the front, How do you see it? आप इसको किस नजरिए से देखते हैं कि ये कहना कि भाई ये अभी भी मोदी जी का चुनाव है, बीजेपी का मुख्यमंत्री कौन है शायद बहुत कम लोग जानते हैं.
देखिए बरखा जी, अगर गुजरात को समझना है तो 2-3 चीजें, 3 पार्टियां मेन प्लेयर अभी इस वक्त हैं जिनको कि हम कंसिडर कर रहे हैं. तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के अगर आप काम को देखेंगे पिछले जो जितने भी इलेक्शंस हुए 2002 से और उसके पहले भी, तो आप देखेंगे ग्राउंड लेवल पे पार्टी ने बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग गवर्नेंस इश्यूज उठाए. मैं भी कई जगह गया, पंचायत लेवल तक पे जिस एफिशिएंसी से डिलीवरी मैकेनिज्म है गवर्नेंस, तो दैट इज उसको जो गुजरात की जनता है उसने उसका आनंद लिया है और उसको उस बात की पहचान है कि जो गवर्नेंस का मॉडल मोदी जी के समय से एस्टेब्लिश हुआ है वो ग्राउंड लेवल पे उसने बहुत इम्पैक्ट किया. तो यह तो एक पॉजिटिव फैक्टर बीजेपी के साथ है. प्राइम मिनिस्टर का लव जो है लोगों के प्रति उनका, वो सब तो है, साथ में उनकी इमेज है ग्लोबल लेवल पे
जी. और अभी आपके स्क्रीन पे उन्हीं की रोड शो की तस्वीरें लाइव चल रही हैं एज यू स्पीकिंग जी.
यस. तो दूसरी बात ये है कि क्योंकि कांग्रेस जहां पे हम गए हैं हमने देखा कांग्रेस एज ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल गुजरात में तो वीक है. उनकी सेंट्रल लीडरशिप डिसइल्यूशन्ड है, कोई नेतृत्व के लेवल पे उनके यहाँ पे वैसा नहीं है. लेकिन वहां पे उनके पास कुछ लोकल लीडर्स हैं जिन्होंने बहुत पहले से अपने अपने क्षेत्र में इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे काम किया है, और वह कांग्रेस की स्ट्रेंथ है कुछ जगहों पे जहां पे कि उनके लोकल लीडर्स विदाउट पार्टी एटसेट्रा दे आर डूइंग गुड वर्क, दे हैव गुड कनेक्ट विद द पीपल. तो ये एक बात है. तीसरी बात है कि आपका तो पूरा ये जो कैंपेन है वह ग्राउंड लेवल पे वो नहीं है, वो एक मीडिया और वो उस तरह से वो, क्योंकि जिस तरह से अरविंद केजरीवाल जिस तरह से बात करते हैं आज के समय, वो झूठ भी इतना कॉन्फिडेंस से बोलते हैं कि सच बोलने वाला एक बार झिझक जाए कि कहीं मैं
तो मैं आपसे भी वही सवाल पूछती हूँ। आपकी पार्टी के लिए आप कहते हैं अभी भी इट इज कांग्रेस दैट इज द मेन ऑपोजिशन, क्या ये कहना सही होगा? आप आपको अभी सीरियसली नहीं ले रहे हैं गोपाल जी?
नहीं, देखिए उन्होंने एक हवा बनाई है, लेकिन ग्राउंड लेवल पे आपके प्रति तो जिस तरह का डिस्क्रेडिशन उनका हुआ है ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। हमें सुनना देखना चाहिए कि दिल्ली में जिस तरह से उनके लीडर्स एक के बाद एक्सपोज हो रहे हैं, जो प्रॉमिस करके वो आए थे, आप भी उस समय आंदोलन से जुड़े हुए थे, सब आपने कवर किया, मैं भी काफी देखा था जिस तरह से
मैं किसी आंदोलन के साथ जुड़ी नहीं हुई थी कभी,
कवर किया
मैं रिपोर्ट की थी। हाँ, रिपोर्ट किया था जी।
आपने देखा तो उस समय जिस तरह का जो प्रॉमिसेस थे उसमें कंप्लीटली फेलियर है। पंजाब में बिल्कुल जिस तरह का हालत है, तो डिस्क्रेडिटेड है इस वक्त पूरी आपकी लीडरशिप। मैं तो इतने लोगों से मिलता हूँ, ये करता हूँ, वो मतलब दे जस्ट डोंट वांट टू डिस्कस कि आप में है क्या क्या, वो तो सब झूठ का पुलिंदा है। तो फिर इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूं कि दोनों में कुछ कमियां हैं, लेकिन आप बिल्कुल तरीके से उसका मतलब एक डिस्क्रेडिटेड एक पॉलिटिकल, उसमें अगर कोई पार्टी के लीडरशिप डिस्क्रेडिटेड हो जाए तो जनता उसको सपोर्ट करती नहीं है आसानी से। भारत में लोग काफी अवेयर है। और तो मैंने कांग्रेस का केवल कुछ पॉकेट्स में जहां पे उनके लोकल लीडर स्ट्रांग है वहां पे उनका वजूद है। तो इस सब के चलते हुए इस बार भारतीय जनता पार्टी बहुत अच्छी पोजीशन में है कि जिस तरह से आपने मैनेज किया है कैंपेन में नरेशन, और दूसरा कांग्रेस का, तो इस तरह से भारतीय जनता पार्टी का तो इस वक्त पिछली बार से बहुत अच्छी पोजीशन में है कि हम बम्पर जीत से सपोर्ट में आएंगे। लोगों के ध्यान में ये पूरी तरह से कि गुजरात में अगर कोई डिलीवर कर सकता है, कोई क्रेडिबल पार्टी है जो भारत के गुजरात के स्वाभिमान को आगे ले जा सकते हैं, गुड गवर्नेंस दे सकते हैं, करप्शन फ्री सिस्टम दे सकते हैं, तो उस तरह का एक पॉजिटिव सेंटिमेंट।
I want to go to Tehseen before we lose him again. But Saba, just one line. Do you agree with Gopal ji's description कि आपने हवा तो बनाई, लेकिन they don't have, you know, the wherewithal to convert it into anything. Would you agree with that from your travels?
Yes, in Surat, yes, they can do some conversions, but I didn't see. Honestly, in North Gujarat, people did not know. They were very interested in Arvind Kejriwal. They did not know who the local candidate was. But, you know, things change. I was there 10 days ago. They may have produced. I'm telling you the truth, the ground report. So it is still you know, that is what it was. You know.
So Tehseen,
a lot of interest, but
yeah. So what's interesting is Tehseen that an MLA of the party you support actually told his followers कि अगर आपको कांग्रेस के लिए वोट नहीं देना तो आप बीजेपी को दीजिएगा, आप आम आदमी पार्टी को नहीं दीजिएगा. This is what leads to Arvind Kejriwal's confidence that both of these parties have a setting. लेकिन जो बड़ा सवाल है, कांग्रेस कहाँ है? Saba calls it dispirited. Mr. Kharge seems to have handed over, you know, on like a gift on a tray. To Prime Minister Modi, the chance to place himself as the much maligned Prime Minister who's been insulted by India's leading opposition. Ravan कहे कि ये खरगे जी ने क्या किया तहसीन?
So three things. We'll come to the Kharge factor, and I want to actually take that on head on. So I'll come to that in the end. But number one, let's dissect what Saba said. Saba says, oh, there's a lot of interest in AAP. There's a lot of interest in circuses as well. Doesn't mean the circus is a serious business. I mean, it is serious, but in politics, it's not serious.
They just won Punjab, so you have to take them a little bit seriously, wiping the party of your preference out.
Yes, but the fact that they won Punjab is and you, Barkha, the very serious journalist, is a completely ridiculous comparison with Gujarat. They had a base in Punjab. They did very well in 2019 elections. That's not happened in Gujarat. So let's understand it. I mean, if I ask Saba to name 10 seats where AAP is winning, 10 seats, she's not going to be able to win. In every single show, I've been asking AAP spokespersons to name the 5 or 8 seats that AAP is winning, and they don't have these names. So it's very easy to come and say AAP is creating a wave. It's all, you know, hawa. But let's come to the BJP. Gopal ji said that good governance in Gujarat. I am sitting here with you. When I sat with you the last time, there was the poisonous liquor scam. Were those people arrested? The SIT had come up. Those who were arrested. Come with me, Barkha. Saba's in Gujarat. Come with me. Home delivery of liquor in Gujarat. Who does this funding go to? It goes to the Bharatiya Janata Party. The Morbi Bridge, has the owner been arrested? Has he been named in the FIR? The High Court pulled up, the bureaucrats didn't turn up in the High Court. That is the Narendra Modi model. Gujarat is set for a change. Mark my words when I'm telling you, Gujarat, the BJP is rattled. Narendra Modi ji is rattled. Therefore, Narendra Modi ji is pulling out all of these, so-called victim cards. Now, very easy. Kharge ji is a Dalit person. So
your party, the party you like, support, bat for handing that victim card.
Barkha, I'm a guest on your show as a Saba and Gopal ji. Not once they were interrupted. Allow me to have my say. I've understood the question. Okay. Please, thank you.
Okay.
Now Modi ji comes. Oh, they called me this, they called me that. मैं गाली खाता हूँ. साहब आप गाली खाते हो, बुरा लगता है. लोगों के थाली में खाने को कुछ नहीं है. Let's come to the bottom line. First, Maut Ka Saudagar, Saba used it. It was first used by Narendra Modi ji in September 2002, way before Mrs. Gandhi used it. But I guess that's how media functions, that you only want to take one part of the narrative. Modi ji used the most derogatory language for Mrs. Gandhi, for Rahul Gandhi, Jersey cow, for my friend Shashi Tharoor's deceased wife. Modi ji continues to be the victim all the time. Now, I'm not going to get into Modi ji's victim card. That's fine. I agree with the limited points, Sabain, you are saying. The Congress keeps falling into this trap simply because Modi ji gets away by abusing other people. He's the only prime minister whose speeches in both houses have been expunged. In both houses, sitting prime minister.
I am not interrupting you to interrupt you, but we could hear you but not see you in those last couple of comments. But let me just repeat them here. Those comments, Tehseen said, basically Tehseen is arguing that there's a kind of selectiveness. The Prime Minister in his previous avatars at least has used the coarsest of language when he was in Gujarat politics for the Congress, and it didn't get the same sort of attention. I'll take that back to the BJP and to Kartikeya Batra, but Jagdish ji, okay, I don't know what it is with the internet connections today, but those are the live shots of the Prime Minister's roadshow in the meantime. And Tehseen, I can see you trying to reconnect with us, so I'm just going to add you back and let you complete your point. Tehseen, we lost you there. Complete your point. Tehseen. Tehseen. All right, Tehseen can't hear me. Let's just ask him to reconnect there. And Kartikeya, I'm going to ask you to actually take us through the numbers. 2017 was very, very interesting. The Congress actually did not so badly, but they never invested in it and they never built on it. Go ahead, Kartikeya.
Barkha, I don't think it was a good performance. I think it was a very good performance. And I think Rahul Gandhi's presidency as the Congress president, his stint as the Congress president, I think is underrated to a large extent, because he took on in December 2017. The first result they got was this. And I think this is where they ran the Modi-Shah duo very close to a very, very significant defeat. Of course, later in the year in 2018, they formed a government in Karnataka. They defeated the BJP in 3 states. And then Rahul Gandhi, they were sort of trounced in 2019 elections, and he sort of gave up the presidency. But I think that this was a very good performance. Having said that, the difference between then and now is the social undercurrents that were favoring the Congress at the time. You had the Patel movement, the Patidar Andolan under Hardik Patel. You had Jignesh Mewani taking up the cause of the Dalits. And you had the OBC movement under Alpesh Thakur. So you had these 3 gentlemen joining the Congress, tacit, formally, informally. And the Congress acted as a force multiplier, and that led to a very strong performance. And if not for the urban seats, the 55 seats spread across the 4 districts of Rajkot, Ahmedabad, Vadodara and Surat, the Congress would have actually formed the government. Because in these districts, out of the 55 seats, the BJP won 44. Only 11 seats went to the Congress. But if you look at the other areas, if you look at North Gujarat, you look at the tribal areas of South Gujarat, actually the Congress was ahead of the BJP. So that election, it was spatially very inconsistent. And you will find something very similar even this time when the Aam Aadmi Party debuts. Where will the Aam Aadmi Party pick up its votes? As Sabaji is saying, Surat, that's a very strong urban center. Out of the 16 seats in 2017 in Surat, BJP won 15 in the Surat district. And the 1 seat the Congress won was a reserved seat, an ST seat. So I think, but after that, as you rightly said, the Congress lost interest. There have been 19 defections, if I'm not wrong, since then. Out of 78 MLAs that you got, or 77, 19 have defected to the BJP. Some have contested and won. Some have contested and lost on the BJP ticket. And yet there have been these defections.
Okay, I want to take that too back to our panel, but the two gentlemen who are having terrible internet today, let me try make one last attempt to get them into the show. Tehseen, if you can hear me, do complete the point that you were making. You made this big sort of parallel between how the Prime Minister in his earlier avatar had also gone for Mrs. Gandhi, but what's your larger point on Congress's fortunes in Gujarat?
Not earlier avatar, as Prime Minister, in both houses his speeches have been expunged. As Prime Minister, he said Congress ki vidwa ki tarah ro rahi thi. The language, as Prime Minister, he said Didi o Didi in West Bengal. His conduct has not been kosher, but he's an expert, and I agree with Saba, at playing victim, and he turns it around. And therefore, I agree with the larger narrative that the Congress, see, if you get into the muck, the hand will get dirty and the lotus will bloom in the muck. So I agree that the Congress caused these self-goals. To that extent, I agree. But I am telling you something more. There is a larger factor in Gujarat. I'm also just returning from Gujarat to Pune today. There's a massive factor in Gujarat, an undercurrent for change. People have identified that the Aam Aadmi Party is completely pro-BJP. Every vote that the Aam Aadmi cuts in urban Gujarat, mark my words, is going to help the Congress. It's not going to help the BJP. The Aam Aadmi Party is going to dent the BJP. The Congress is doing a fantastic local campaigning door to door. And in tribal areas, the Congress is going to get more seats than the BJP. The Congress Parivartan Yatra gets more crowd than the paid crowds of the Prime Minister, including the rally that you're showing right now, more crowd. I just want to ask Gopalji one question. Where is the owner of Ajanta? Do you have that answer? That is your governance model.
Okay, we'll go to Gopalji in literally one moment, but I do want to bring in Jagdish ji, veteran journalist from the ground in Gujarat. Jagdish ji, अगर आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है तो प्लीज आप अपना पर्सपेक्टिव शेयर करिए.
देखिए, गुजरात के बारे में बाहर रह करके सोचना और गुजरात में रहना, ये दोनों अलग बातें हैं. जैसे कि ये सभी पैनलिस्ट वो बहुत बड़े पत्रकार हैं, मैंने तो पहली बार उनके साथ ये शेयर किया है मंच, लेकिन मैं आपको बता दूं कि गुजरात वो धरती है, यहाँ किसी को मुफ्त की रेवड़ी नहीं चाहिए. देखिए, जो बात कही जा रही है वो खुददारी वाली बात है. हाँ, आप सुविधाएं दीजिए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, वो आपका कर्तव्य भी है. गवर्नमेंट हम इसी के लिए ही तो चुनते हैं कि आप हमें सुविधाएं दीजिए, बहाना मत बताइए. लेकिन वो सुविधाएं भी ऐसी नहीं कि आप दान में दे दीजिए. गुजरात की जनता ये चाहती है कि हमें हमारा हक का है वो आपको देना होगा. इसी प्रकार की ये डिमांड थी. एक बात. दूसरी बात, जैसे कि ये पूनावाला साहब कह रहे हैं और सभा जी भी कह रही है और वगैरह सब लोग कह रहे हैं, मैं आपको सिर्फ बता दूं, अभी कुछ दिनों के भीतर यानी 8-10 दिन में एक बहुत बड़ा बदलाव आया है. जैसे कि कांग्रेस कह रही है कि हम अंडर करंट हमारी रणनीति के तहत आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, वो तो भगवान जाने और कांग्रेस जाने. लेकिन 15 दिन के भीतर आम आदमी पार्टी अपने आप सेल्फ आउट हो चुकी है. ये हम ग्राउंड रियलिटी बता रहे हैं. हम कोई भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रवक्ता नहीं है. मैं 30 साल से इस शहर में हूँ, पूरे सौराष्ट्रियन हूँ और मुझे सब लोग जानते हैं, मैं सबको जानता हूँ. तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी एक बहुत बड़ी उम्मीद होकर के आई थी, उम्मीद जगाई भी थी, लेकिन अब वो पूरा का पूरा सोल्ड आउट हो गया. इस प्रकार की मालूम
आप आम आदमी पार्टी, एक मिनट, आपने दो चीजें कही. आपने कहा कि गुजरात के लोग रेवड़ी, जो प्रधानमंत्री ने वर्ड यूज किया फॉर फ्रीबीज, वो नहीं चाहते. वो बस सिर्फ अपना एक सिटीजन का जो राइट है, अपनी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से एक्सपेक्टेशन है, वो चाहते हैं. अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं, आपके मुताबिक इज दिस बीजेपी का चुनाव ऑल द वे, तो आप क्या कहेंगे?
यही तो हम बात कह रहे हैं. देखिए, भाजपा का भी तो क्या हुआ बहन जी, ये जो संकल्प पत्र उन्होंने दिया तो उसमें कोई रेवड़ी वाली बात तो नहीं ही की ना. हम यही तो कह रहे हैं कि हमारी कुछ जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं वो हम सब मिलजुल करके तो
आपके हिसाब से किसका एडवांटेज है? अभी ये जो 3-वे कॉन्टेस्ट है, किसका एडवांटेज है?
एडवांटेज तो नहीं कहूंगा, क्योंकि वैसे भाजपा का है, लेकिन सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम भाजपा से है. और बहुत सारी जगह जहां से मैं अभी बात कर रहा हूं, राजकोट में आपको एक एग्जांपल दूं इसलिए आपको पता चले ओवरऑल चित्र क्या होगा. राजकोट शहर जो कि यहाँ से प्रधानमंत्री भी सीएम बने हैं, रूपानी, केशुभाई वगैरह सब कुछ, 4 बैठक है, 4 बैठक, और भारतीय जनता पार्टी का यह गढ़ माना जाता है। यहाँ टिकट भाजपा की मिलना वो लॉटरी लगना जैसे कि लॉटरी लगती है। लेकिन फिलहाल भारतीय जनता पार्टी वाले भी ये मान रहे हैं कि मुश्किल से 2 जीतेंगे, 4 में से 2 नहीं जीतेंगे।
अच्छा,
ऐसा उनको कॉन्फिडेंस है। फिर
तो आप कह रहे हैं कि लोकल लेवल पे बीजेपी के साथ नाराजगी है लेकिन मैंने कई लोगों से ये भी सुना है, और अब मैं गोपाल जी के पास जाना चाहती हूँ कि there's no alternative to Modi, but we may want alternatives to our local legislators. गोपाल जी, ये हम उत्तराखंड में एक बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग फिनोमेना देख चुके हैं, जहां मुख्यमंत्री हारे लेकिन बीजेपी की सरकार बनी, again on the Modi factor. So is it the Modi factor that will be decisive in Gujarat according to you, Gopal ji?
Definitely, Barkha ji. Modi factor is one thing which is driving the whole BJP party and the support that BJP is getting. There is no question about it. He is the leader, he is connected with the people, and his popularity is much beyond the party. And we take pride in that. He is our leader, he is our prime minister, that's a different thing, but he is our leader and he has brought us to a position where the whole world and the whole country gives respect to the BJP. So that we are not in a false dream world or etc. The way Congress or Poonawalla ji says we are, this time it is a complete change. We are not in any denial mode, or we are very clear who is our leader and who, from where our popularity comes and from where our winning comes. And in democracy, Barkha ji, it is the love of the people which defines the leader. The power doesn't come by holding a position. If you are a president of a party, then you are a powerful. No. If you are the mass leader, people love you, people vote for you. That gives the power in democracy. He may not have any position, but still he will be the leader. So we are very clear on what is our strategy, how we are working. Second thing, मुझे एक कांग्रेस के बारे में ये कहना है, ये जो बार बार स्टेटमेंट में पूनावाला जी ने कहा कि ये कांग्रेस इस मेंटेलिटी, इस एक्सेप्टेंस से बाहर ही नहीं निकल पाई आज 2014 से या उसके पहले गुजरात से। वो डेमोक्रेटिक इंस्टीट्यूशन में उनका विश्वास ही नहीं है बिल्कुल। मैं तो बिल्कुल अंडरलाइन कह के ये कहना चाहता हूं, जिस डेमोक्रेसी ने प्रधानमंत्री को चुना है, जिस डेमोक्रेसी ने भारतीय जनता पार्टी को इतने प्रदेशों में सत्ता में लाए, आज भी उसकी एक्सेप्टेंस कांग्रेस के माइंडसेट में नहीं है। तो ये उनका डेमोक्रेटिक वैल्यूज के ऊपर कंप्लीट अविश्वास है और डिनाउंस करने की बात है। और इमरजेंसी उसका एक बहुत बड़ा एग्जाम्पल भी था। वहां पे ना डेमोक्रेसी पार्टी में है, ना उनके पुराने लीडर जरूर नेहरू वगैरह के टाइम पे थे, बट आज के समय में उन्होंने एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया। ये कांग्रेस की बेसिक।
I want to go to Saba. Gopalji, I want to go to Saba and then Tehseen can speak for the Congress. Tehseen, hang on for just a second. Saba, go ahead. One very interesting point that Jagdish ji made was about a kind of sense of local anger with local legislators. Now, we've seen this happen before, in pockets where Mr. Modi has then turned it around. Yes. Modi is the message, it's not the BJP.
There's a worm's eye view and there's a bird's eye view. I don't want to use phrases. It doesn't matter. The most memorable, one of the memorable quotes came in Ahmedabad city when I went to talk to when I reached there, diamond traders, because they financed the whole structure up to Surat. And they said, बहन जी आप ये समझ लीजिए, गधे भी खड़े हो जाएं, मोदी जी को वोट मिलेगा, गधे भी खड़े हो जाएं। ये इसमें कोई, ये सच बोल रहे थे, ये धंधा करने वाले लोग हैं। तो ये लगता है कि बहुत असर होगा। I don't think it will have any effect. I think the challenge in this election for the Bharatiya Janata Party has been to enthuse its own voters. आप excite हो गए। The challenge for the opposition has been to get the voters to believe there is an opposition. भाई हम भी कुछ कर सकते हैं, ये नहीं कि हम जीते हैं और फिर डिफेक्ट करके हम जाके बीजेपी में बैठ जाए। गोधरा का जो एमएलए है वो राहुल जी, जिसने वो बिल्किस बानो वाले केस में वो हमारे
साथ बोला था कि वो
बिल्कुल बरखा
संस्कारी ब्राह्मण है,
संस्कारी ब्राह्मण, जो आपके लिए वो तो कांग्रेस के थे, 2 बार कांग्रेस में जीते हैं, फिर बीजेपी गए और बीजेपी में शायद 200 वोट से जीते हैं। अब वो फिर से गोधरा से बैठ, तो ये 19 जैसे कार्तिकेय ने कहा 19 लोग कांग्रेस के जा चुके हैं, तो चैलेंज भाजपा के लिए ये है कि उनके वोटर निकले कि कुछ मुद्दा है और विश्वास में निकले, मोदी जी के प्रेम में निकले। चैलेंज ऑपोजिशन का ये है कि दैट समबडी, यार, इज देयर एनी पॉइंट टू वोट फॉर दीज chaps? That is
I
how
think
I
this
saw
is
the
a very
election.
a very interesting point that you make, that actually गधे भी खड़े हो जाएं तो जीतेंगे।
गधे भी खड़े हो जाएं।
It's about enthusiasm. It's a foregone election, so people
Exact. Barkha, this is a word that was used. गधे भी खड़े हो जाएं।
अभी तक का वोटर टर्नआउट ऑन इलेक्शन कमीशन, क्योंकि आपने कहा enthusiasm है या नहीं, is 58.9%. So that's on the election commission website. Tehseen, quickly, then Kartikeya, and then Jagdish gets the last word. If Gopalji doesn't want to add to it, we have to start closing. Tehseen, go ahead. Tehseen.
No, there's not much to dispute with Gadhe khade ho jaye to jeet jayenge.
Don't change that. She was trying to say it doesn't matter who contests. No. Don't try and change the meaning of that. Don't try and change the meaning of that.
This is a real लोग कह रहे हैं।
No, I'm just having tongue-in-cheek humor at Saba's expense. But
I am giving you a report from the ground. This was quoted, huh?
But see, there is the Tina. There is no alternative. But in Indian context, there is always Sita. Someone is there always. So I think what people have not understood is one thing, that like the BJP, and I know that the marketing is fabulous, the Congress has a core vote in Gujarat. It does have a 30% core vote. That core vote is motivated to come out and vote. The rallies without the money, as you put it, Barkha, are much more than the turnout the Prime Minister is having. The Congress is going to do much better than 2017. The Congress is at a striking distance from forming the government. You had what nobody is factoring in, no political analyst is. The BJP cutting 19 tickets. Those people, 17 of them are standing against the BJP candidates. They couldn't put down the rebel. वो नड्डा जी कहते हैं कि यूक्रेन रशिया का वॉर बंद करा दिया, रिबेल को बंद करवा नहीं पाए मोदी जी, वो छोड़ दीजिए. So rebels are standing. There is discontentment, and in urban areas, AAP is a factor to cut BJP vote. Congress is doing extremely well.
You know that you said this to me before every election. You know that you said this to me before Punjab. You know that you said this to me before Punjab. We all remember this. Okay.
But you see, I'm an old-fashioned politician.
I want to make a point about Saba's point. Acha, suniye, sab suniye. Kartikeya, you want to pick this up. Saba made the point about enthusiasm among voters. अगर voters को लगे भाई ये तो बीजेपी की जीती हुई इलेक्शन है, क्या वो वोट करने निकलेंगे? तो अगर आप अभी तक देखिए तो वोटर टर्नआउट इन फर्स्ट फेज is lower when compared to the last two assembly elections. Significantly lower. I hope these are figures for the first phase.
But Barkha, subject to correction, obviously subject to correction, 58.9% the provisional figure. This keeps on changing. So even with Himachal, we saw that at the last moment we had like a 5 to 6 percentage point bump. So there's a word of caution with 58.9%. I wanted to talk about a lot of things, but given that we have time, I'll just talk about four main points. One is you're saying the enthusiasm factor, right? Now, have you focused on the campaign being run by the Prime Minister? Why do they have to hark back to 2002? Why do they have to say, मैंने ये गुजरात बनाया, अपने माता पिता से पूछना? They are worried about the new voter who hasn't seen any non-BJP government, who has no recollection of an alternative to the BJP. So, of course, they understand that there's fatigue with the BJP, which is why, A, you don't have any chief ministerial face who's fighting this election. It's the Prime Minister who's on the ticket. That is one. And second, there is this constant nudges, mentions of the past. That's one. Second, I think this election has been spiced up only because of the AAP entry. If this were a normal vanilla Congress versus BJP election, you probably would not have even taken the pain to organize all this.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, what has happened is, once the results come out, Barkha, and we'll be there together that day, you will see the story will not be in the number of seats, it will be in the vote shares, it will be in the margins. If the Aam Aadmi Party, Barkha, debuts with anything between 10 to 20%, take it that for the next 5 years, politics of Gujarat will change. It's a caveat. Tehseen is nodding and has a disagreement, but I'm just saying if that happens, it may not happen. But if it happens, then we are in for an interesting 5 years, because Aam Aadmi Party, without its baggage, with its more agile electoral strategy, would be a tougher competitor for the BJP. Two quick points. Please. One very important point. on the Ravan controversy, I think what we are missing out is on something very interesting. Have you seen the BJP respond to Mr. Kharge? They can't. They can't because of his social background. So it is one way of thinking about it is
it's not true. The Prime Minister responded today.
I know, but he hasn't named him. He can't name him. You will see increasingly that the attacks towards Mr. Kharge will always be much more muted than they would be against any other individual of the Congress.
Now I have to come in. Gopal ji and then Jagdish ji gets the last word. Gopal ji, on this point that the past is being invoked, कोई नया आइडिया नहीं है, एक नया जनरेशन है जिसने जो थक चुका है, जो बोर हो चुका है, उस पे आप क्या कहेंगे?
देखिए बरखा जी, आपको गुजरात में जो जिस तरह से काम हुआ है गवर्नेंस, दो चीजें गुजरात के लिए महत्वपूर्ण है। एक तो है वो बिजनेस कम्युनिटी, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप है, वहां पे बिजनेस कम्युनिटी है और वो एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं, उनके लिए गुड गवर्नेंस बहुत जरूरी है और उनको उसका महत्व पता है। तो यह बात वहां पे बहुत अच्छी तरह से एस्टैब्लिश है कि गुड गवर्नेंस और एफिशिएंट गवर्नमेंट बीजेपी ने दी है। तो ऐसा व्हेन somebody is doing good work, what is the need for a change? एक बात। दूसरी बात ये है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी को आप ये मत सोचो कि हम इसको चैलेंज नहीं मानते, सो गए और कुछ नहीं, इतना जब 50 किलोमीटर का प्राइम मिनिस्टर,
that I agree. The BJP has never underestimated an election.
वोटर कैसे टर्न आउट करेगा? हमारी मशीनरी बहुत स्ट्रांग है, ग्राउंड लेवल पे पन्ना प्रमुख से लेके शक्ति केंद्र और मंडल अध्यक्ष से लेके सारे युवा मोर्चा और महिला मोर्चा और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, अमित शाह इज ए मास्टर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बिल्डर और उसको कंट्रोल जिस तरह से है सिस्टम, तो वह गुड गवर्नेंस एंड द मशीनरी, पार्टी मशीनरी इज वेरी वेल एक्टिव एंड नेवर वी टेक इट लाइटली कि हम तो जीत गए, हम जीतने नहीं, चैलेंज है। और
ये मैं आपसे सहमत हूँ कि बीजेपी शायद सारी पार्टियों में से कभी किसी चुनाव को हल्का फुल्का नहीं लेती, अंडर एस्टिमेट नहीं करती, ये तो उनसे सीखने वाली बात है बाकी पार्टियों के लिए। जगदीश जी, मेरा समय खत्म है, अगर आप अंत में कुछ बोलना चाहें, बीजेपी के प्रवक्ता भी है, कांग्रेस के यहाँ सपोर्टर भी है, आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे जगदीश जी?
जैसे कि अभी मेरे पैनलिस्ट बड़े साहब ने कहा, वो बात सही और आपने भी सही आकलन किया है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी कभी कोई चुनाव को हल्के में नहीं लेते हैं और इसीलिए ही यहाँ के वोटर्स भी तो यही मानते हैं कि न हम सफर से निकलेगा, न हम नशे से निकलेगा, हमारे पांव का कांटा है, हम ही से निकलेगा। यानी कोई बाहरी इसलिए यहाँ नहीं इंटर हो पाते हैं, आम आदमी पार्टी हो या कांग्रेस, सब कुछ भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ मिले जुले हो और आराम से अपना काम भी निकालेंगे, वो गवर्नमेंट भी निकल पाएगी।
तो तहसीन, इज दिस वन टाइम व्हेन यू विल नॉट से वी आर फॉर्मिंग द गवर्नमेंट? नहीं तो हर चुनाव से पहले, मैं बस बाय करने से पहले आपसे ये चेक करना चाह रही थी, इज दिस द वन प्रोग्राम वेयर तहसीन यू विल नॉट से माय पार्टी इज फॉर्मिंग द गवर्नमेंट? तहसीन,
8 Kartikeya is with you, I am going to be with you, I've told Ashish and I'm telling you Congress is forming the government with the Congress chief minister.
But no, Barkha, where? The question is where?
Himachal and Gujarat both.
No, there's also Himachal, right? So Tehseen might be right after all, but in a different location. We don't know, right? So.
चलिए, Gopal ji, Jagdish ji, Kartikeya ji, Tehseen ji, and earlier to Saba ji, thank you so much, and to our audience. आप सबने claims किए हैं, they'll be tested on counting day, and we hope to have all of you back with us, and to our audience, see you soon. Thank you for watching. It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.